Here we are for match 2. We lost the die roll, so... Alright, this hand has a lot of lands, but it's fine. Let's see what our opponent's up to. Evolving Wilds into... Foil Mountain. Oh, his deck's already better than ours. We're just gonna main phase this Chain Lightning, so that way if he has a second mountain, he's not able to just redirect it to us. Plains. He could be playing. There's a red-white Rites of Initiation tokens deck, which would look pretty sweet in this spot. Alright, we're just gonna Chain Lightning and then Needle Drop. Draw another card. And pass. We have drawn a lot of lands. Our opponent could play a Kadoltha Rebirth and just sacrifice their clue. Oh, never mind, he's 3 colors. This is interesting. It's like some sort of like zoo deck. Wild Mikado is legal in this format. All we can do is pass the turn and burn them. This would be a really sweet spot to draw our Thunderous Wrath. It's the first game that we haven't had in our hand. Oh no, opponent, you're tilting me. Squadron Hawk. I love it. Squadron Hawk, very good with Rites Initiation. You play your first Hawk, get 3 in your hand, then you can Rites the next turn and bump your whole team a ton. Opponent just has a lot of weenie creatures. This is very good against like our removal spells post board though. Alright, Curse. It's not the worst here. Opponent is effectively at 6 life. So you have this Fire Blast. Any 2 burn spells does it. If we draw the Thunderous Wrath this turn, they could just die actually. Yep. Opponent's got 3/4 of the squad in play right now. Yeah, we're just gonna take this damage. Hopefully we draw some burn spells. That's is a good one. We're just gonna go ahead and cast this. Don't really have anything else to do with our mana. Hopefully our opponent can't kill us this turn, and then they just die. This is a really good spot to have Rites or Rally the Peasants, any of those. Wow, that's really sweet. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, we're dead. Okay, that was pretty cool. Huh. So, our opponent's playing 3 colors. He has a bunch of flyers. I guess we're gonna bring in the weirds just to muck up the ground. And just trim. Actually, I want one of those Chain Lightnings back. Huh. It's a really cool deck. I'm a big fan of that boar. When it dies, you get a 3/3. It's very good against decks with Electrickery. Like, we're not gonna board it in now just because of that. Just gives them so much value. And we didn't really see any other X ones besides the Squadron Hawks. Alright, this hand is pretty solid. Opponent mulliganed. We have a lot of lands again, but Syrian Boys is very good when you have a lot of lands. We're just gonna pass. Unlikely that our opponent plays a 1-drop that we're gonna want to bolt, but that Syrian Boys wouldn't kill. Wild Mikado. I knew it. Bolt to our opponent's face, then we're gonna Syrian Boys their Mikado. I love Wild Mikado. It's one of my favorite cards. When I first started playing Magic, this card was actually banned in Modern, and that baffled me because it didn't look that good. Alright, more Fire Blasts. we draw a burn spell, or a 1 mana burn spell, our opponent, or I guess it doesn't have to be 1 mana, a 3 damage burn spell, our opponent is dead. Turn 4, no big deal. I trolled. Another bolt. I wish we had one of those. We also have to be kind of careful. Our opponent could have some sort of life gain spell. Well, now that's out of the question. Hooting Mandrills. Oh man. I've had a lot of cons of Tarkir drafts, and I always loved Hooting Mandrills. Alright. Opponent is dead. We're gonna float our mana, just because. And we're going to game 3. Fire Blast is just such an unfair card. I guess unfair is relative. Like, if your opponent's playing Fire Blast in Legacy, and you just have a counterspell, you feel so good. Like, this card is probably pretty bad against control decks, just because they have counterspells and you're just dead. But, let's see how game 3 goes for us. Hopefully we will draw the Thunderous Wrath and be able to miracle it. That would be a true delight. Ugh. I really want to keep this hand. I'm gonna do it. We're on the draw. We have 2 1-drops to play. Our opponent mulliganed as well. This will be the game that we don't draw a million lands, and then we're gonna get super punished. No, he gained a life. How can we win? Punished. This combination of cards is just so sweet. I love Thermal Alchemist. When I played a lot of Shadows draft as well, and I would always try to draft that blue-red spells deck. Alright, bolt your face. Oh, I guess that technically counts as a land. That's another downside of having Forgotten Cave in your deck, is if you actually need it as a land. But, turn was still fine. Next turn we can just play this Thermal Alchemist. Start pinging in for some damage. Unless our opponent wants to Burning Tree us a bunch. Very good that Reckless Bushwhacker is not in this format, because I played Zoo in Modern occasionally, and some Burning Trees into Bushwhacker on turn 2 just feels super busted. That's another reason why you could have Wild Cantor in his deck. Oh, that was our last opponent. Never mind. But still, that's a sweet combo. You just Cantor the green mana into a red mana, and then you can Bushwhack him. Yep, we're gonna take 1. Next turn, hopefully we can draw some lands. Yeah, that card's a problem. Land. Ugh. I told you. The one game that we really need lands, or the game we're not drawing them. Block Burning Tree. Our opponent might have a pump spell. Nope. Man, Threadbit Inspector is really sweet. I recall when this card got spoiled, the owner of my game store that I go to said that this card was like just so insane, and we didn't really believe him. But then, man, were we wrong? It turned out to be like just probably the best one drop in standard or one drop creature. I guess Toolcraft, but card is still very good. Alright. Yeah, so we're just gonna play Marauder. Just lets us block. Opponent's pretty close to dying as well. Even if they have a removal spell for this guy. So that'll put him to 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, yeah. Thermal Alchemist just lets you also just go nuts on turn where you want to play multiple spells. Just, it's another bolt every turn. Yep. Alright. So we're actually going to block the Mandrills just so we can get a damage on our opponent. If he has Sigil Blessing, are we still dead? So, this guy's going to trample for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're not dead, but our Thermal Alchemist is going to have to bite the dust. But our opponent is still dead unless they have a gain life spell, because we can just incinerate Fire Blast them. GG's. Alright, 2-0. We'll be back for the final match right after this.